Hey everyone, Kate Bora and Fiona Pearman joining you for this week's Facebook Live, where we want to talk about the return on investment or the ROI of confidence. Now, I think this is a really interesting one, Fee. We often meet women who recognize something's missing. They come to us either frustrated because they're not achieving the career progression they want, they're not earning the salary they want, perhaps they're feeling overlooked, or perhaps they're spending so much time focusing on their career and in the workplace that they're making huge compromises in other areas of life. And what we know when we think about sources of confidence, that one of those sources of confidence is know your stuff. And so one of the really big myths, I'm going to say, when it comes to building confidence is, well, I'll go get another qualification, I'll go do a course. And we are huge fans of ongoing education, and in fact invested hundreds of thousands of our own money in our own development. And we have seen time and time again when women have invested not only the money, but what often comes with, postgrads, MBAs, all those sorts of courses, is the significant time investment. And they get to the end of that, and maybe it still hasn't filled the hole or fixed the problem that they were seeking to solve.
Yeah, I think, it makes sense, right? The way we've been culturally conditioned, the way we've been brought up, that we think that getting the next qualification, our linear, journeys for many of us, we went to high school, potentially tertiary education, we went have done, technical skills, digital skills as we've gone along. So it makes sense that that's the default thinking. But we have worked with so many, and a lot of these students are people studying MBAs, people doing big, expensive qualifications in the hope that this will deliver the professional confidence, the professional gravitas, the presence in rooms, that they're getting the feedback they currently don't have. And it's almost heartbreaking as you watch them and they realize themselves that they're doing this course, they're learning all these things, which again, quite cool, quite interesting things, but that's not addressing the underlying issue. It's not meaning that when they show up to meetings that they're having the power and impact, that they're willing to speak up, that they're willing to challenge someone else's views. All of the things that we know do give you that professional presence, that gravitas, that's not happening simply because I know more things. It's more complex than that. And this is where the real inner work begins, which is what we do across in the Acts of Confidence program. And I think what we love is, as people come into the program, often what we say is just hold a moment on that professional qualification. Yes, you may need to do that, but come and do this piece of work first, because often by just doing the Acts of Confidence program, that's all they needed to make that next step to get the career opportunity they were looking for.
Yeah, I think I often coach clients when we're thinking about taking on, the postgrad, and I'm always challenging them on what will be different. What is really, what's the commercial ROI, right? You've invested a lot of, quite frankly, money and time. How is this going to increase your salary? Or if you run your own business, how are you going to increase your revenue or get better results for your clients, right? They're the kind of questions I ask when we're having conversations around further investment or in education. And, I want to reinforce, we're huge fans of ongoing education, right? So we're not saying don't do it. We're saying do it for the right reasons. And I think for us, the AOC program is the fast track through, because what we find is one of the blockers of one of the roadblocks for, career progression is not being visible, is not being clear about what you want professionally, is not then going and asking for what you want. And so when women come into the program and they work with us for the 10 weeks, they work through the 7 acts of confidence, the first of which is get clear and take action. We find that now they're clear, right? They're recognizing what's stopping them from taking action and perhaps articulating their value or their value proposition to warrant the promotion or the pay rise, and then they go in and do it. All the limitations or the stories or the beliefs, first of all, come into their consciousness, are challenged, and then our experience tend to dissipate as they take small acts of confidence. And at the end of their time in the program, and they're with us for a full 12 months, coming through the program twice, because the work we're doing here is mindset work. And our goal is to make transformation that sticks. So this sticks with you for your entire career, and of course your life. That at the end of that, then they'll be able to be really clear on what they need, right? Maybe I do need to do a course or some particular, education or whatever it is. But in our experience, it's a narrower piece. It's not the big, expensive time commitment that often is where they start when they think, oh, I'll solve this confidence problem by getting more knowledge.
And I think it's worth thinking about, and it's worth starting to understand and unpack what the cost of not having confidence is to you right now. Because when we do this in workshops and with women, they can identify some really key pieces that are not happening because they lack that professional gravitas, that ability to really have impact and presence in rooms. And they'll talk about their, this slow or stagnating career progression. I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm in a loop. Yes, people recognize my work's good quality, but they keep, I keep getting passed over for promotion. I'm not seen as a viable, next level person. I'm certainly missing out from a money and salary point of view. That's a really big one for people. I can see other people have been promoted. That's having a material effect on their financial situation. The visibility that you have in organizations, that's also something that is compromised when we're not as confident as we could be. And again, just having a qualification won't necessarily give you that visibility. That's something you've got to be prepared to do yourself, and you're only going to do it when you feel that inner grounded confidence that means I am willing to show up. And of course, the other one is time and energy, which we've sort of touched on here. The amount of time and energy not being confident costs people. We hear it so often in our programs. Oh my goodness, all the time I was spent second guessing myself, going round in circles, procrastinating, not making decisions, not taking action because I was so worried about what might happen. All of those things start to dissipate once you get clear, once you're in the program and you're taking the actions that are leading to this resourcing, to building this confidence muscle that we know is so powerful.
Yeah, we hold 5 times ROI. So minimum $10,000 return on investment of doing the program. We hold that financially in terms of salary increases, but I think equally we hold it. There is a benefit that you can't really measure in terms of currency. And that really is the time, right? When you start saying no, where you start setting boundaries, all of those sorts of things. And so the ripple effect of, this shift in mindset across your entire life. And go and check out a lot of the client stories that we have on our website, Facebook page, where clients talk to you. They'll share you in their own words the impact that, this program has had on their life. So if you are ready to dig a little bit deeper, if our work resonates with you, if our Facebook Lives, it's something that you tune into and you're thinking, I really want to explore a little bit more about this work. Most importantly, experience its impact in your life. We'd love to talk with you. The next Acts of Confidence program actually kicks off next Wednesday. We're super excited. We've got a great group coming in. Beginning of the year is always a brilliant time to dig into this sort of work. So if it's something you're interested in, if you've got questions, reach out. If you know you already want to do it, head over, register, and the team will get you all onboarded and ready to kick off with your big act of confidence next Wednesday.